YouTube! What's going on, man? It's your favorite Wendy's worker. We back in here today. We're reacting to an Invincible video today. I ain't gonna lie. I finished Invincible about 2 days ago. Peak writing, peak cinema, horrible universe to live in, but we're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna hop straight into it. But first, let me go ahead and give a shout out to the boy who made the video, the boy Noah SXZ. I'm not subbed, but I'm gonna go ahead and sub up because the video was tough. Well, the video's probably gonna be tough. I ain't watched it yet. And yeah, it was in my recommended. I was gonna watch it by myself, but I figured, bro, why not watch it with y'all? I feel like we could have a good discussion about this because I fuck with Invincible. Pretty sure a lot of y'all fuck with Invincible. Whoever sees this video is gonna fuck with Invincible. So let's get into it, man. Let me stop yapping, bro.
Go! Destroy everything in your path! Make them see Invincible! Make them fear Invincible!
This is a hard edit. I know I'm pausing 10 seconds in. I don't care. This is a hard ass edit.
Make them hide!
That is hard. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Nigga, that's tough.
Season 3 of Invincible starts us off with seeing Mark's new training, and he is on fire, swimming through lava, going to the moon and back in record time, and dude was lifting icebergs with no problem. His speed has increased by 65, his endurance by 70, and no joke, his strength went up by 138%. At this point, he's starting to live up to his name. Bro actually might be invincible. Invincible.
He started cooking like Omni-Man.
You had one job.
Just the one?
And he'll be able to put his new skills to the test right away as he and Rex head off to fight some criminals who stole
The Declaration of Independence.
I'm assuming you've seen the whole season if you're watching this video. There is going to be spoilers in this video. Rest in peace, my nigga Rex, man. I'm not the biggest Rex fan, bro, but he grew on me, especially when he went through the best character arc in the entire show. I don't care. Y'all can sue me for that. I don't care. Rex went through the best character arc in the entire Invincible show and universe. Only second to maybe Omni-Man. But Omni-Man's arc wasn't fleshed out like Rex's was. Rex's arc was fleshed out a lot more. That sounds hella gay. Put a pause on that if you think that's gay. I ain't gonna lie. If you think that's gay, put a pause.
of all things to steal from the US government, and these two are really out here getting washed. While Rex and Mark were talking about his relationship struggles.
But we not joining the army, bruh. We are not joining the army. Leave me alone, bro. I need to get an ad blocker. I need to get an ad blocker. I'm thinking about that now. I be putting too many ads in these videos, like y'all actually getting ads. You know what? Yeah, since I don't have ads in my
Rex keeps
videos,
telling
there's
bro
the
to shoot a
ads
shot
over
with Eve, but Mark is not going for it. And that man Rex can't go one day without getting jumped. Cause why did Multi-Paul come in out of nowhere blaming him for Kay's death? Last time I checked, Kay's dumbass got herself cooked. I don't know why we blaming others for her own incompetence. Mark was taking his sweet time saving him too. Rex was out here getting executed, and we still on that I don't want to hurt you timing. Like, come on, bro.
But I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 100%. Every villain in this season could have been talked down with a 2-second conversation. Every single villain in this season could have been easily handled without fighting. They could have just had a conversation. Multi-Paul right here, literally, bro, all you had to do was tell him, I didn't kill Duplicate. She got herself killed, and just show that nigga some footage or something. I don't know. Y'all were in a lab when she died. Like, there's definitely cameras in that lab. Just pull up the camera footage and show him her getting split in half. And you had nothing to do with that. It literally takes 2 seconds. If anything, you should get on Immortal's bum ass. Immortal is the worst superhero I've ever seen in a hero show, hero universe, hero comic book ever, bro. That nigga is so useless. I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about him later because it's a 37-minute video. They're gonna talk about bro later, but Immortal is the most useless individual I've ever seen in a show. I swear to God, Immortal sucks. He's died at least 6 times in the show in 3 seasons. That's 2 deaths a season, bro. You died 2. You're supposed to be immortal. You're supposed to be one of the strongest heroes in the universe, and you're dying every season. The only difference between you and some random superhero is that you come back. That is the only difference, bro. You're useless. And also, what is his name? Was it Protoplex or it was something about Plex? I forgot it. I forgot his name, but the lightning guy who fried his kid and wife. First of all, brother, all that is your fault. All of that is your fault. You fried your kid and wife by gagging them. Who gags their baby for attention, nigga? Why are you gagging your baby for attention, bro? Really think about that. You're a grown man trying to get another grown man's attention. So what did you do? You gagged your own baby. And then you gagged your wife. Are you ill? Are you mentally ill? And he did all that because he thought Invincible killed his sister and niece, when Invincible was literally getting drugged by the head by the strongest man in the entire verse. Well, not verse. In at that time, verse. Like, come on, bro. It makes no sense.
Anyway, Mark locked in and he started destroying Paul, just for Kate and Immortal to pull up themselves, because apparently she's not dead. Anyway, that's enough screen time for Immortal. Y'all remember Doc Seismic, aka the dude with the CTE inducing earthquake makers? Dude basically unlocked his final
And
form
why is
in
every
prison,
villain
and he managed
stronger
to
than every
kidnap
hero?
every important superhero.
Every
part of
villain
the
in this
GDA.
universe is stronger than
And
every
even
hero.
worse, while Mark was trying to shoot his shot with every important superhero, part of the GDA, and even worse.
Look at this bum ass nigga. We gonna get on your ass later. I was already on your ass, but I'm gonna get back on your ass. No Diddy. Fucking bum. Look at him, bruh. Supposed to be the strongest hero in this entire universe, and you fucking in a pod with Duplicate and Rex, who are supposedly less stronger than you. I didn't use that right at all. I didn't use those quotations right at all, but y'all know what I mean, bruh. Bum ass nigga. Got a beard with no fucking mustache. Should have known your ass was weak. That weak ass comb over. You a fake Captain America, man. You a fake Captain America. You not even, boy. You not even Hawkeye, nigga. You more like this nigga on some. He on some. I don't even know what he's supposed to be, bro. He not Wolverine. He not Hawkeye. He nobody, bro. He just a bum. I can't even compare you to nobody in the Marvel verse or the DC verse, bro. You just ass. You grade A cheeks, my nigga. You grade A booty cheeks, bro. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting the video to yap about
Worse,
hating this
while Mark
nigga.
was trying to shoot his shot with
I hate
Eve,
it
which by
for
the way,
Immortal so
he dribbled the
bad.
ball out of bounds like he always does. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, y'all. We are in season 3, year of our Lord 2025, and Doc Seismic is still giving Mark a run for his money.
Business. Like,
Invincible
come on,
by ass, nigga. Ain't no way we out here getting bent over like this. Eve too, she ain't safe either. Y'all are better than this, man. They had to get Darkwing Jr. and those one-eyed creatures to save the day. And Darkwing Jr. low-key tough. He's like Megami, but he actually defeats the villains.
Oh!
Mark was not with this at all. He started getting
Hey,
angry.
we not even gonna talk about that yet. We gotta wait.
Mark, you can't say that.
And why the hell are they here? Stand down, Invincible. This is not the shut your
Bro, yeah.
bum ass up, Immortal.
Yeah, shut
I'm
the
getting to the
fuck
bottom
up,
of
nigga.
this
Shut
right
his
now.
ass up.
Whatever poison that centipede stab had Mark going crazy. Dude went straight to the Pentagon and started interrogating Cecil. And basically, his whole excuse was that there was no point in letting talent like that go to waste, which I low-key get, but Mark was like, hell nah. They both kill people. They gotta go. Now, we ain't just gonna sit here and act like he didn't turn Angstrom Levy into tomato paste and he's still walking free. But while he had a valid excuse for that, honestly, it contradicts his point. I rock with Darkwing too.
Bro, see, I gotta get an ad blocker, bro. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all, this is y'all ad right here.
He did have Midnight City crime free even if he did kill, but Sinclair should be nowhere near daylight. He deserves the deepest pits of hell. This leads us to getting a little bit of Cecil's backstory. Back in the day before he was at the top, he was an agent for the GDA, busting criminals like Bootleg Stripperella over here.
You look ridiculous.
Bro, Loki had hands. Never mind, I'm just kidding. Dude got mocked by her. God damn. After this, I would have learned to teleport as well. The reason why he got his iconic scar is because of the bomb that these two were trying to set off. He ended up stopping the full impact by sacrificing himself, but his entire body got cooked. And similar to Mark, when Stripperella and What's-His-Face ended up being rehabilitated and started working for them, he had a problem with it. And he gunned both of them down in front of his boss. He ended up going to prison, and low-key I was scared they were going to kill him. But surprisingly, in Cecil fashion, he just ended up becoming the de facto leader. And the former GDA leader gave up his job in his favor. And that's how he ended up meeting Omni-Man. Anyway, back to the present. Cecil and Mark enter this white room. This room was made for Cecil's protection, specifically against Mark. And bro was not happy. Nigga said something, what do you need protection for? While stepping towards this man with the malice of a pit terrier named Princess. Then the free...
I ain't gonna lie. Even though Mark looks weak in his own show, half the time, 75% of the time, I'm just like Cecil in this position. I'm just like Cecil in this position, bro. If this nigga got me cornered and he's walking towards me, I'm calling everybody. Calling in a nuke. Calling a Viltrumite to come beat this nigga up. Here. You gotta call somebody, because this nigga can punch. He can genuinely speed blitz his hand through your body at a rate that you wouldn't even comprehend. You would still be thinking you're alive by the time he's put the fist inside of you and pulled it back out. Pause. But y'all know what I mean, bro.
Reek over here tried grabbing Mark by the arm, and he said, "Oh hell nah," took out his jaw. Then he started squad wiping the entire lobby. Cecil
Look,
kept
bro.
telling bro to stand down like he wasn't fighting for his life. And after hitting the most unnecessary impact frame punch, bro says the 5 words an MC should never say in a fight.
Is that all you got?
I swear, Mark
That nigga
always
said
gets his
everybody.
ass beat after he says this shit, man. Y'all remember when he went up against the Machine Head
Shouldn't have
Goons,
said that.
those words, then Battle Beast
Who's
messed his
next?
ass
And
up?
then they just
Bro
go-
never learns. And Mark was talking shit. He said, "We're gonna do this my way or my way," and went after Cecil. But Cecil had a backup plan. Turns out he installed an earpiece in Mark's head on some Illumi timing so he can control Mark's rampages. That thing got range too. He tried to fly away, but he was sent right back down. And at this point, Mark was running out of options.
Oh, my back!
So he
You know
went to
that
the
nigga fell
Guardians
down like a
base to
bomb.
ask Rudy for help, but Cecil was on his ass there too. The Guardians were on that though, especially Rex, that's his homeboy.
That nigga Rex was cooking though.
Damn it, Rex!
They took out those creatures with ease. Bulletproof really be throwing a mean right hook, and Rex had the bright idea to blow up Cecil's hand, but the control had a dead man switch, so it didn't work, and Mark was out here getting his ass jumped. But once Rudy blocked that frequency, it was up. Mark cooked the hell out of every last one of them. Dude was tearing them to shreds, no problem. And this nigga Cecil got balls, bro. Dude was talking hella. He had the gall to tell Mark not to do that shit again. Does he know who he's talking to? Mark had to set it straight. He choke slammed him and told him to not play with him again, or else he would end his life. Mark doesn't throw threats like that out for fun. He meant that with his entire soul. Cecil better watch out. Anywho, back to the Guardian space. They're out here cleaning the mess, and Immortal bum ass, who somehow wasn't at the scene earlier, probably too busy giving Duplicate that immortal meat.
This nigga's never where he's needed, bro. I don't care. I'm gonna pause every time this nigga comes on screen, bro. He is never where he's needed. Most useless superhero of all time. I genuinely dislike this nigga with my entire heart. Never, ever, ever has he done anything of use and value. He's always getting cooked. He's always missing in action. This nigga is so garbage. And he has the nerve to bully Rex and Immortal. I mean, and yeah. He has the nerve to bully Rex and Invincible, bro. Like, come on, gang.
Immortal bum ass, who somehow wasn't at the scene earlier, probably too busy giving Duplicate that immortal meat, was trash talking Mark about how Cecil lets him get away with too much. He probably just mad that nobody would put that much effort into stopping him. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is gonna lose sleep over an immortal rampage. And then useless
Like what,
Kate
bro?
wanna come in dick riding per usual, and somehow
Always.
she made this entire thing about her. Rex was talking about missing
Yeah,
the
get the
team
balls,
team,
Kate.
and she
Get
wanna
the
talk
balls.
about some I
slopping it
died
up.
to be here. Then she had the audacity to tell Ray that she went through just as much as she did, and even more. Ray was fighting for her life for 6 months while you were up in Alaska running solo squads on that Emor cock. This idiotic comment, along with more immortal yammering, leads to Rex and most of the original teen team to leave, along with Bulletproof. Samson was distraught as hell when bro left. I know it hurt to see the only other black brother leave as well. See, this is why we
only
don't
other
let
nigga in the
Immortal bum lead the team. If Rudy was leading, this wouldn't have happened.
They'll be back.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't, gang. They never came back. Some of them died before coming back, bro. They're not coming back to you. You're a fucking bum, bro. You retired before they came back.
Anyway, moving
You
on.
gonna have them weak ass babies with Duplicate, the most useless babies in the entire universe. This honestly, I might just change the entire title of this video to hating on Immortal and Duplicate for 38 minutes or however long this video is gonna be, bro. Because that's genuinely what it might be. Every time they came on screen while I was watching the video, while I was watching the season, I genuinely wanted to turn the TV off. It's not even because they're not even like bad characters. They just fucking suck. They literally just fucking suck. Like they have depth to them. They're decent characters. Every character, that's one thing I would say. The writers made every character have some depth and some substance about them. It's just Duplicate is garbage. Mortal is trash. That's all I have to say. They're just trash. They're just trash.
It's been a while since we've seen Mark's family, so let's check on him. The little bug boy who Omni-Man gave to Mark
Oliver
is now grown up and even has powers. His name is Oliver, and it's still wild to me. Omni-Man chose to crack a bug over his wife of 20 years. Although after looking at the drag scenes in the comics, I low-key see the vision. Mark and Oliver started training together, and both of them got some new threads as well. Debbie also got a new man. His name is Paul. He's pretty chill. I like him. And I'm glad he's here because Debbie definitely needs someone to talk to about these things like Mark does with Eve. Dude probably spends more time on that rooftop than he does fighting, if I'm being for real. But I'm glad both of them got some good ones. Anyway, meanwhile, while that's going on, the Muller twins are trying to steal nukes from a military base. The fraudulent five pull up on them. And this is quite possibly the sorriest squad the GDA has ever assembled.
Where's the rest?
We're more than enough for the likes of you.
They've downgraded us.
Even the brothers were disgusted. And of course, it's not an immortal fight if his ass ain't getting cooked off rip. Thousands of years old and a win-loss ratio of 13%. Just pack it up, old man. The only one who put up a semblance of a performance was Darkwing 2. And he got fried as well. But before these two can do anything, Invincible hops in to stop them. And in typical Invincible fashion, he manages to get cooked for the millionth time. Are we sure this is his own show? Did every other villain get 138% stronger as well? You gotta be joking me, bruh. Wait a minute, brother. If he's invincible, how can we see him? Oh, it's Invincible, dumbass. Alright. Oliver had to pull up and show a nigga how a real villain might get down.
Yeah, Oliver.
Then Mark got hit with a criminal two-piece that should not have hit this hard. And Oliver started getting pounded, so Mark had to lock in. Then the Maulers started up the rocket ship nuke.
Bro, that's my one thing with, like, Mark that I hate watching about this show. I know you gotta make the main character, you gotta kind of numb him down a little bit, or else he's gonna be like Superman, because he has all these powers, and he could, if you literally, you power scaled him correctly, he would just run through everybody. But at the same time, I hate that every time he's in a fight, the nigga has to get beat up some more, beat up some more. Nah, he's still getting beat up. Wait a second. He's still getting beat up. And then somebody else he loves has to get beat up for him to finally lock in and barely win still. Like, bro, can y'all just make this nigga win one time without having to do too much? I'm pretty sure he does have some fights, but that's against like super low level like bums. I'm talking about like against a decent to great villain. Can he just beat them normally without having to watch everybody he loves gets infinitely stretched and killed first before he comes and locks in? Like, I'm tired of
on
watching
the base,
that.
and Mark went after it, which means Oliver is now all alone and unsupervised against the Mauler twins. And this is where we see his inner Nolan come out. Dude took Mauler #1's jaw with this mean left hook, and look at this smile. Nothing but straight malice and evil intent over here. And after Oliver got bodied like this, he snapped, pulled a Kid Goku, and went straight through this guy's body. And look at this stare down. You cannot tell me that he ain't gone, bro. Dude was begging for mercy, and he said something too late and took his head off. Dude was just watching PBS Kids and singing along to Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood 30 minutes before this, bro. What the hell?
Shout out Daniel Tiger, man.
Now he getting outclassed by kids. I know he having nightmares about this. Cecil pulled up, and apparently Mark only gets a stat buff when he going up regular civilians, so he was on his ass. But when he realized what Oliver did, he took him up, and they had a talk. And this dude, Oliver, genuinely didn't see a problem with what he did. He was making the same speeches that Omni-Man was making to Mark. They had to have Ma Dukes come in and set the record straight because we're not trying to have an Omni-Man Jr.
Debbie, I will fight Invincible and Omni-Man in a 2v1 situation just for you to look at me with your hair down. Is that crazy? I'll genuinely fight that nigga. I'll fight 2009 Randy Orton just to stick my tongue between her ass cheek. Yo, I gotta be stopped, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. That wasn't it.
This man Mark can't have one moment of peace. As soon as one problem is fixed, another one comes in immediately. Now he's getting spied on. and he wasted no time going after Cecil. But bro just
Whole
told
time
them
it wasn't
that he
even
wasn't
Cecil's.
behind it and to just go home. They was genuinely putting Mark through the ringer this season. Last season,
Everything.
he get some downtime, spend some time with his girl, go eat at the Burger Mart with William or whatever. But now we can't even get time to himself. When he was on a date with Eve, these two guys from earlier who stole a Declaration of Independence pull up on him and they're all like, blah, 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 Mark, we need you, blah, blah, blah,
Can
help
you
us,
go
blah, blah,
fight?
blah, we're
Can
gonna
you go
guilt
fight
trip you
weak
to
ass
come with us.
Immortal?
And Mark actually stood his ground for once, but they forced him in anyways. These two guys are time travelers, and they come from a future timeline where the world has been wrecked by one man due to his insanity. Now, what man do we know is prone to making terrible decisions, destroying everything, and living a super long time, besides Omni-Man? Immortal. This man immortal. Let me explain. In this timeline, Mark ended up leaving the world and going somewhere else, I assume Beltrum, and he let Immortal become the king. But bro realized he ain't built for this and decided that he didn't want to live anymore. Only instead of throwing himself into the sun or some other BS, he decided to make everyone else suffer in order to have Mark come back to kill himself. That's the exact type of BS logic I'd expect from the mortal man. And you must be thinking, well, if it's Immortal from the future, he must be strong. Hell, these two over here, we're talking about bro like he was prime Bond or something. Dude took 10 cities off the map just because he felt like it. And Mark just be pissing me off, bro. Out here having Immortal looking like Brody with this wall drag. Ain't no way he let him hit that combo on him like that.
I'm so mad that Mark made Immortal look like he was even halfway close to him. Mark, just kill this nigga and move on, bro. Kill this nigga and go back to your date, bro. You wasting too much time. Mark is one of them niggas who be scared of the hoes. Mark has to be one of them niggas who be scared of the hoes, bro. Ain't no way you got a baddie like Adam Eve waiting on you at a date and you don't wrap this fight up quick. Nigga, I would have speared that nigga like prime edge and moved on with my day, bro. No troll. I would have flew through this nigga so fast and kept going with my day. I do not care about nothing when I got baddies waiting on me. I got Adam Eve. Adam Eve's about to let me crack. And you're talking about I gotta fight Immortal? I'm gonna end this nigga quick and get back to my day. What you talking about?
Bro finally had enough and took off his head.
Literally,
the fact that he killed Immortal wasn't even the best part about that day, because later that night, bro was finally getting on that timing with Eve. About damn time. So while Mark is splitting them atoms, let's go take a visit with our old friend Alan the Alien.
YouTube Premium.
Yo, bruh, start giving me these ads, man. Nah, I'm not buying YouTube Premium, bro. They want like $1,000 a month $1,000 a year for YouTube Premium, which is breaking down to like $100-something a month. I'm good, bro.
Your memory a little bit. Alan is a friend of Mark's, and when he heard that there might be another Viltrumite who could help support the cause, he ended up fighting Anissa and getting captured so he could free Omni-Man. Unfortunately for him though, Omni-Man was on his Thorfinn shit. He had no enemies, and he decided that the best thing for him to do was die. They was really doing bro dirty, taking turns beating his ass while listing his surprisingly short list of crimes. Alan broke himself out. Then he went ahead and freed the GOAT himself,
Battle Beast.
Will there be any niggas worthy of running my fade? Yeah, you bet. Bet. The two of them had to save Omni-Man just in time before he was about to get cooked. Battle Beast was itching to run the fade, bro. He was trying to catch a 2v1. Dude threatened to kill him, and he started licking his chops. Alan, on the other hand, started getting worked. One good punch, and he was down for the count. But Omni-Man clutched up, couldn't let his friend go down like that. And then these two started cooking, ran through the guards. Then Alan had the bright idea to just blow a hole through the entire ship, which made everyone fall out. Then they ran a 2v1 versus this Viltrumite over here, and they did him dirty. He threw them off, thinking that shit was sweet, but nah. Omni-Man and Alan came in with this devious ass finisher on this poor guy, man. Made me feel bad. Anyway, this next episode right here, episode 5, was pretty chill.
No. Multi-Paul is one of the smartest villains I've ever seen, bro. That prison break was like elite level thinking. Obviously, he didn't get away with it because Adam Eve stopped him in the end, but like even getting out of that cell like that was elite. It just proves that he's better than Duplicate weak ass. She could be so good if she was just creative like this nigga. If she was creative like her brother with her powers, they could both be so elite. And I think that's one of the things that holds some of the characters back. Like obviously, like I said earlier, bro, you gotta like nerf the characters a little bit because the superheroes in this verse have elite powers. But if everybody's elite with elite powers, they're just gonna run through the villains. So you gotta nerf them a little bit. And what do you do? But nerf, what do you do to nerf them? Take some of their creativity away with their powers. So Adam Eve, she literally said she has a mental block on her powers that limits her creativity with them, and she can, if she wanted to, if she was creative enough, she could do anything in the world. She could rearrange matter of anything. She could create anything, rebuild her body whenever she wanted to, do anything. But the writers, blocked that from her. So duplicate and multi-paw, bro, they have fire powers. If they just use them in a creative way, they could easily be top 10 fringe, top 10 fringe, top 5 characters slash superheroes. But it's cool. Multi-paws up there. Duplicate, we know what you are, bro. You're a fucking fraud. Look like your weak
Mark
ass
and Eve were
boyfriend
just
Immortal.
enjoying each
He
other's
ain't never getting
company,
no
and
creativity.
Oliver
You
was
fucking
actually
ass.
making friends and cooking
Garbage
his
powers
bullies
is
as
just
well.
garbage nigga in general.
What the fuck?
I'm glad Mark didn't interfere here because he would have managed to get his ass beat somehow. Besides Multi-Paw getting broken out of prison and Mark getting his ass beaten for the
By a dragon.
500th time in this series by
Hey,
a
hold on,
dragon,
no.
along
To
with
be fair, this
Machine
dragon
Head
was
and
tough.
Titan both becoming leads of their respective gangs. Also, shout out Titan, bro. He really made out the mud and became the underground leader of his city. And he basically answers to no one now. He's a GOAT. But yeah, moving on, we meet this guy named Scott.
Hey y'all, Scott here.
Just
Dumbest-
hanging out with his
one of
niece
the
and
dumbest
sister on this
character
nice
motives.
evening.
Great
Unfortunately,
powers, dumb
it was the
character
very
motive.
same evening Omni-Man decided to give Mark a personal tour through Chicago's infrastructure. So he watched both of them die right in front of his eyes. Bro was doing everything in his power to get rid of
My
bro.
thing is, I never noticed that until now. You saw this man holding a black arm in Chicago, by the way. There's black people everywhere in Chicago, but you saw this man holding one black arm, and you decided that's your niece, and that's your sister's arm. There's no verification for that exact arm. Obviously, your sister's dead. I'm not taking that away from you, but there's no verification that that's your sister's exact arm. So you just put that together in your head and decided that he killed her. Like, come on, bro. You
Them die
dumb
right
character
in front of his
motive.
eyes.
Dumb
Bro was
character.
doing
He's
everything in his
dumb.
power to
Very
get rid
good
of bro.
character, but
And it's funny
I
as hell because
understand, like,
dude works at the
if my sister
GDA.
and
He should have
niece
known
die,
exactly
okay, I'd
what
be
happened.
mad.
Got the footage and
But, like,
everything for this as well.
you're dumb.
Crazy. They really out here playing a mixtape of
That's
Mark's
dumb.
worst
You
hits
literally see
in
this
the
nigga get drugged by
background,
his head.
taking L's on and off the battlefield. But nobody's really listening to what he got to say. So Scott's like, I think if you won't serve justice, I'm gonna do it myself. Stole some
Yeah, get to the
energy
part where he
storage
gagged
discs
this baby like
and
an
went to
idiot.
run the fade with bro. And I think the craziest part about him is the fact that dude has a government job, probably making over 6 figures a year, a loving family with a wife and child,
A
and he's
loving
still
family.
moving like this. His wife is also a whole nother story as well. I have never seen an enabler on her level in my entire life. If my girl ain't moving like her, we not locked in for real. Dude went down.
Man, what? She was over here. He's part of the reason she got cooked too. Literally. You're dumb. Like, what are you doing? Why don't you let your man genuinely you actually it was her suggestion to gag her and the baby. You're weird. You're not even
Down
a
to the
victim. I
streets of
can't even call you a
Chicago,
victim.
and was
You
just
did this
pouring
to
his heart
yourself.
out. Y'all not hearing me for real. Why do we have to suffer because of, why do we pay the price for
Because of
mistakes? Why do
You ain't the only one who lost somebody. And why Invincible?
Immortal Bum Ass didn't do anything, but you not hating on him like this? He's got a good point. Yeah, man, shut up. Get out of here, boy. Job, bum. Dude really pulled up to the
Get a
remembrance
job, bum.
ceremony just so he could have a chance to run the fade with Mark. Did all that just to get dropped off by Adam E, by the way. Then he escaped from jail because apparently the GDA doesn't know how to up their security. And then this guy used his own wife and kid as bait for Invincible to come in and save
come on,
them.
bro.
He's genuinely got a top 5 significant other in this show. How many other women in this show would spit on Invincible's face when he's trying to save him? And in typical Invincible fashion, he ends up
got-
getting himself cooked
you
and then
got
electrocuted.
brain
But in the
fried.
process, Scott, whose name is Powerplex by the way, ended up killing
Powerplex,
his
there you
wife
go.
and child. No. No.
damn. Damn. Double homicide.
No, this is all my fault. No, Scott, this isn't your fault. You're right. This isn't my fault. This is your fault, Invincible. Niggas do anything but take accountability. Mark definitely
Literally.
handled this situation very
The
well. Though.
only
Props
nigga
to him.
dodging
Power Place won't have a
accountability.
chance to
Only
kill
nigga,
Invincible
the
today.
only nigga
Just
dodging
today, though. Because
accountability,
tomorrow,
bruh.
something
I can't
is
speak.
coming.
What the hell?
Y'all remember our old friend Angstrom Levy? You know, the guy that Mark beat to death? Well, it turns out that this dude
We getting to
somehow
peak writing
survived.
now.
Dude got turned into an Angus beef patty, and then he somehow had enough energy to open a portal to his standby surgeons so they could fix him. He has also been the guy who's been spying on Mark this entire time. Then he had the audacity to say that this was all a part of his plan. The villain's gotta learn when to take L's, man. There's no way that this was a part of your plan. And this man Angstrom really has me confused because he really has beef with the one good Mark in the multiverse. And he decided,
only one,
this is
too.
the one I want to beef with. He's so generational that he bought 18.
He has beef with all the only good Mark, and he brought all the bad Marks. Like, nigga, you want to kill somebody? Kill the bad Marks. You brought all that. Well, you can't even do that because see, good Mark has a morality clause. Not really, but like not on some Batman type stuff, but it's maybe on some Spider-Man type stuff. Like Spider-Man kills people, but only if it's absolutely necessary. And that's how Mark was moving for the first 3 seasons. You know, at the end of the season, he said he's gonna kill anybody who ever tries anything harming people or harming family. He's gonna just kill them. But season 1 through 3 Mark has that Spider-Man morality clause where he'll kill if it's necessary. All the bad Marks, they don't have that clause. They're killing you because they feel like it. They're just gonna kill you. I don't know. They're just gonna kill you. Like I just woke up and I felt like killing you, so I'm gonna just do it. That's why he didn't. That's why he didn't kill the bad Marks, or he didn't try to kill the bad Marks. You know, the bad Marks gonna cook his shit. The bad
Other
Marks are
evil
gonna
Marks
fry him.
from other timelines so they could just destroy mainstream Mark's world. It's low-key funny too because he's out here working with Sinister Mark, the same dude who snapped his son's neck off like a twig, talking about some
Oh, poor Angstrom.
like you're not trying to spin back on him. Priorities are in the wrong place, my brother. But yeah, Angstrom wants his get back, so using his powers, he sends the other Invincibles out into Mark's world. This is what you call a prison on your world? Pathetic.
Cookie.
I won't even keep you as a slave in my empire. After a year in the village from my prison, I can use a warm-up. I've killed you before, and I'll kill you again. Best Tiger.
It was nice to see an
How do
aggressive
you hope
Mark.
to defeat the so-called Sinister Mark was really out here getting cooked by a blindfolded man with a handgun? This is like getting crossed over by a wheelchair basketball player. Shout out
It
Best
was nice
Tiger,
to
though,
see an
yeah,
aggressive
dope.
Mark.
The Guardians of the Globe were dispatched.
What? No.
If y'all remember from earlier, most of them quit and went back to the old team headquarters, but Ray ended up quitting Heroine altogether. With that being said, Rex and Ray have been doing pretty well together. You know, they've been going on dates, going shopping together, you know, looking like a real couple out here. For the first time in Rex's life, it feels
Rest in
like
peace,
everything
Rex,
is going
man.
okay.
Rest in peace, Rex, man. I wish Rex didn't get. No, he didn't get cooked. He sacrificed himself. I wish he just. Man, they should have let Rex live, bro. Why Rex, bro? Take duplicate. Take immortal. Take immortal. Take immortal. Take immortal. Take duplicate. Take one of them, please. I'm begging you. Please take duplicate. Take immortal. But leave Rex. Why? Why do you have to take Rex? The only other half decent art in the show. Nah, that's a lie. But why, bro?
And those are the words you never want to hear your favorite character say. Dude was about 1 yard short from scoring a touchdown on Ray right here too. Man, I'm crying, bro. Niggas really just be doing stuff when the baddie's watching. Blew up his fit into the costume and started moving like Spider-Man. Like, alright, bro. The variants were hilarious, man. We had Mohawk Mark, who's low-key a goat. My dad owns Xbox Mark, who was straight tweaking. Bro said, I won't even keep you as a slave in my empire? I'm low-key offended for his sake.
What the fuck is the matter with you?
I was
know
offended
his
too,
ass
nigga.
using
I'm black.
swords back in his world as well. I mean, like, who gonna stop him?
You know
And
that nigga
yes,
resembles some
it
type of
wouldn't be an
blackness down
episode of
there.
Invincible if bro wasn't getting cooked by his own variants. Mohawk Mark put bro in a nasty combo, threw him off.
Nah, he
came
was
in
low-key-
with a gut check.
he was kinda
threw bro up
cooking-
for the oop and slammed him into the
He was
ground.
kinda
just
cooking
to throw
Mohawk
him
Mark
up
at
again.
one point.
And he hit a quick 1-2 before choke slamming him. Nigga Mark is so ass getting cooked by his own variants. Weaker than him, by
Mark
the way.
always
And why
falls
go
for that
through all
stupid
that?
headbutt,
You can
bro.
just pound him like this in the first place. And yo, they jumped the hell out of that boy Mark as well. Getting put into an infinite spin cycle like this.
The new elite.
Bro, stop with that stupid stuff, bro. But yeah, that nigga Mark, bro, Mark always gets into like a grapple position, like a WWE wrestling grapple position with like his enemies, and then he always falls for the headbutt. I swear to God, I've seen him fall for that like 4 times in this season.
This is crazy.
4 times in the
It
last
was
2
bad,
episodes.
man.
Forget that.
Cecil and Donald got cooked by the weakest variant. They was out here sending kids business, baby, and even Oliver were in that field. I feel bad for Hood Invincible over here. Dude got jumped by Eve and Mark at the same time.
He was kind of weak,
combo.
but
Hey,
Omni-Vincible was
trouble?
a dog.
Fuck off. I got this. Swearing doesn't make you any cooler. I don't know what E was doing here, man. I guess she was
Shouldn't
trying
have
to
been
help
fighting
Mark,
him.
but if
Shouldn't
all
have
you
been
were gonna
fighting
do
him.
was make some punchable silverware, you should have stayed in the kitchen.
You got that.
Now,
My thing is,
you
bro,
might be wondering,
my thing with Eve, bro, okay, I get it. That's a traumatic injury. Don't get me wrong. If I seen my ACL and my PCL and my MCL and my CCL and my GCL hanging out the back of my leg, bro, I would be traumatized too. But she was knocked out for 4 days because of that, or however 3 days, 2 days, 4 days, however long she was out. She was on the hospital gurney in the bed for 4 days because of that. She died and came back faster than she did that. She died and came back faster than she came back from a leg injury. And you're telling me she was out for 4 days because of that? Come on, man. Come on, man.
where are the Guardians of the
That should
Globe
have kept you out
at
no
this
longer than
crucial
8
moment?
hours.
Where are our heroes?
You can literally
Immortal,
rearrange your body. I know it's not.
Duplicate.
It's traumatic,
You
but it's not
guessed
that
it,
traumatic.
they're
you know what I'm saying?
getting cooked. DEI
Obviously.
Samson was out before we even saw him. Darkwing.
In other news, nigga, there's water in the ocean. Like, we already know they're getting cooked. We knew once Immortal and Duplicate was announced in the lineup. If you ever get put into a situation where Immortal and Duplicate are on your team, surrender, gang. It's over. You can go ahead and surrender. You lost that fight. You been lost that fight. The moment they was put on the roster is GG's, gang. I'm joining the villains. What's your motive, gang? You just want to take over the world? Shit, me too, twin. Me too, twin. I ain't even. We can handle duplicate. Hey, I'm gonna give the villains all types of tips. Hey, get Duplicate. She's the weakest, and then right after that, just take that nigga Immortal head off. He gonna try to box you. He gonna get his little like 6 combos in, and then after that, it ain't gonna hurt though. So after that, you can just knock his head up in the sky real quick, watch it fall, and just move on with your day. He might come back like in a year or so, but you could just do the same thing again. That nigga sucks.
Thing 2 almost got done the same way as his master. And Duplicate was really out here getting straight cardio.
Cooked.
And Immortal was surprisingly the only one putting up good numbers. He moving like
Cap.
Wizards Kyle Kuzma, mid
I
player
better
on
say.
a terrible team.
I
So it makes
better
him look
say
good.
that nigga
I
moving.
know
He more
Immortal hate
moving.
to see that
He ain't even
one.
moving like that. He moving like Marcus Smart on the Grizzlies. He just there. He just there to mentor. He not really there to put in work for real. He just there to mentor, bro. He getting a bag.
2 turn around into
chasing
the
the
elbow
bag.
combo, man. He got PTSD. This dude, no goggles Mark, was so funny, dude. His imitations were killing me.
Help! I don't want to not be living. Or wait, no,
No goggles Mark is hilarious, but no mask Mark is
You're a
even
weird
funnier.
dude.
Immortal also gave
You're a
Mark
weird
props here
dude,
for
dude.
once in his damn life, so shout out to him for that, I guess. But
Cap,
this
he
dude,
gets
no
no
goggles
props.
Mark, got serious for one moment, hit a TSB down slam on Immortal, took his head off, and used
just
it as a
kept
baseball
going.
to take out Kate. Which, by the way, what was her playing here? Genuinely one of the worst heroes I have laid my eyes upon. Shout
I
out
genuinely
Darkwing,
want
though.
to
He
know what
clutched.
she's supposed to do.
Sacrificed himself for the sake of the team. Can't wait to see him again in season 10. Stuff isn't going so good at the team headquarters either. They're fighting this guy over here, Goggles Mark or whatever, but all of them are getting cooked. They had my boy Bulletproof getting built to ass, bro. There was no reason for him to get beat up like that. But Rex, being
Rest
the
in peace,
GOAT that
Rex,
he
man.
is, makes the noble decision to run the ones with Goggles Invincible, giving his team time to escape. Shout out to the GOAT, man. He did his best, but when
Rest
he
in
realized
peace,
there was
Rex,
nothing
man.
he could do, he blew himself up and took him out.
I genuinely want to know how that killed Invincible. He's been in explosions before, no? How did that kill him? He literally just got hit with every bomb. Is his skeleton just like whatever? I ain't gonna decipher it. Just shout out Rex, man. Rest in peace to Rex. Gone but not forgotten, bro.
R.I.P. to the GOAT, man.
Had
Why
a
did that
baddie
have
too,
to be
bro.
Rex,
He had a
bro?
full
Why
baddie
couldn't it
ready
have been
for him.
Immortal or Duplicate or Immortal? Did I mention Immortal?
Duplicate.
Yeah, Billy playing in the background too. Like, don't play with my feelings like that, man.
Or
And
Immortal.
even
Just take them
worse,
all.
Mark for some odd reason, decided to
Take
bench
'em both.
himself in favor of staying back and protecting Eve, we had his little ass brother and even Powerplex taking out the variants, and he can't leave his girl for a couple hours so he can save the world. Like, come on. Angstrom was watching this all
Hey,
going on.
hold on. To defend Mark in this position, I kind of understand him. The nigga hasn't had a time to breathe this entire season. So when somebody like something traumatic as this happens, of course he wants to be there. You know, he ain't had a time to sit down and think for 30 seconds before something else pops off. But at the same time, to argue for the other side, nigga, you told her to get out of there. That is her fault. That nigga pulled up with the O on his chest, the red cape, the Omni-Man sounding voice, the Omni-Man fit. His name is literally Omnivincible. That is the mix of two bad worlds. He's you with Omni-Man's mentality? No. No. You told she should have been running. She should have been gone. So that's her fault. And on top of that, you gotta clean up your image. If they see you out there beating people up, they might think, okay, we have one good Invincible. You're out there letting other people get in the field, they're gonna think you don't care. I'm just saying. Obviously, we know that didn't happen, but from both sides at this point in time, that's what I was thinking. Like, bro, you need to get out there in the field, nigga. Like, she gonna be all right. It's a leg injury. It's not like she got her neck snapped or something, and it's like she's fighting for her life, nigga. It's just a leg injury. She's not gonna die from a leg injury. I hope not. If she dies from a leg injury, she's bottom 5 worst heroes. I don't care what her power is. You're telling me you have the power to rearrange matter and you died to a leg injury? Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
Can't leave
we
his
gotta
girl
figure
for a
out
couple
something for you,
hours
man.
so he can save the world. Like, come on. Angstrom was watching this all going on. Like, very good. Meet me at the spot in an hour. Damn it. I hate this place. I thought you said swearing didn't make you any cooler. Damn. Isn't the swear word, you imbecile? Angstrom meets up with the remaining Marks and he discusses their next move. Shiesty Mark wants to see his mom again. No
Fire.
Mask Mark wants to see William again.
I miss William.
Oh, you like dick? Oh, hell no. You one of them.
And dude was standing so polite the entire time. There's no way he was out here moving like a demon. But the general consensus is to make Angstrom give them their dues. These idiots end up getting stranded. Instead, at the end of the day, they're invincible, so they're obligated to get cooked. And finally, after all that, Mark decides to pull up. And this was nice to see. Mark was not falling for Angstrom's portals. And even in the face of all
Hey, he
his
was
joys,
cooking.
he fought through and got to Angstrom in time. But this
But he didn't
idiot
do what he shoulda
didn't
did.
finish the job.
Didn't do what he shoulda did.
Oliver was telling bro to get the job done. You was telling him, but he's out here taking his sweet time, which allowed Angstrom to escape. Even with Angstrom and all the variants gone, things aren't looking good. The entire world's largest cities are in ruin.
We gonna get one of the coldest
Eve's
pull-ups
parents
ever.
are here, and where's
Hold on.
the
It's Chrissy Teigen and
Chrissy Teigen, bro. She low-key might be elite. Oh hell no.
Mortal
Oh, hell
is
nah.
still alive. Like, even
This nigga's still. Oh. I know he's still alive, so I don't know why I'm acting surprised, but I just genuinely hate seeing this nigga on my. I'm not pausing no more for this bum ass nigga. You don't even
crazier,
deserve that.
bro wants to retire? First of all, why did he need to announce his retirement? This isn't an airport, man. You don't have to announce your departure. We good off that. And second of all,
Forget that, nigga. You announcing your retirement like you Jordan, like you LeBron, like you Curry, like you Kobe. Nigga, you are at best Patrick Beverly. We do not care. We do not care. Shout out Pat Bev, but we do not give a fuck, gang. You can retire. We're all good. We might actually be better off without you. And Duplicate, you can join them too, man. We don't. We good over here, little bro. We don't need all that. Like, have a great day.
why did he choose to retire? To retire, you would have to have done something in the first place. You have done nothing. And even if you
He's talking
are,
about
why
he's washed.
now? You should have
That nigga
retired
was never
ages
good.
ago, man. You know what? In honor of Immortal's retirement, let us watch this montage of his greatest hits. A 1, 2, 3, 4. You
blow my
fire, my fire. I feel alive. I feel alive. You blow my mind. You blow my mind. I satisfied. Imagine this.
He
Mark
doesn't
just
even get that song though. To be washed, you had to be good at first. That nigga was always ass. Let's be 100% with ourselves. He's always been buns. Keep it a bean, bro. He don't get the Paul. Even, at least when we see that associated with Paul George was actually good at one point. Immortal was never good, gang. That nigga been garbage. That
This
nigga
guy
been
finished
garbage.
fighting all the evil variants of himself that just destroyed his entire world. His biggest op is still out there. Him and everything that he loves is currently at stake. And just
hold
when you
on.
think it cannot get any worse, stand
One of the
ready for
coldest
my
pull-ups.
arrival.
One of the coldest pull-ups. Nigga pulled up
Yo, I
looking
know
like
not. I
Thanos.
cannot hit them deep
I
voices.
genuinely
Man.
thought he
The
was like
worst
Thanos.
week
He
of
had
Mark's
that
life
fist on his arm or
just
whatever.
got worse. Conquest. Another villager might sent to check in on Mark's progress. And when I heard him say the line,
I find this planet unprepared for the arrival of our Viltrum Empire.
I
Knew
knew
it was
exactly what
cooked.
type of timing he was on.
Knew it was
Entire
cooked.
world looking like post-Hiroshima Japan. And you saying they not ready? We know exactly what type of man you are. Luckily for him, Mark was on that timing too. There isn't anything that he wants to do more than
Sadly,
run the
he was
ones
getting
right
fried.
now. And immediately they start
His
squabbling.
Conquest is that
One
nigga.
clash took out the entire block. Then Conquest struck first.
Look, headbutt.
then choked him into a mean down slam. These dumbass civilians will be
Headbutt
watching
and
this
choking
like it's a
fetishes is
pay-per-view
the whole theme of the
WWE fight.
season.
Granny, get your ass home, bruh. You not built for this. Then Conquest starts talking. And remember what I just said about how he really doesn't care about spreading the Viltrum my way or whatnot? He proves it right here. Bro was begging for Mark to resist. I'm not here to run the show. I am not here to spread the glory of the Viltrum Empire. In fact,
box,
the
nigga.
only
I'm
thing
here to
I'm trying to
box.
run right now is this fade, nigga. Mark heard that and hit the meanest turnaround jumper. And Conquest is out here
bad it did
smiling,
nothing.
talking about something. That's a start. Mark wasn't taking that though. He blasted him through multiple buildings, and I was like, oh
Mark
yeah,
using all
that's how
his
it's
power
done, Mark.
and nothing's
This
working.
man Conquest comes out the rubble first, and even crazier, he brings out Mark. How are you gonna
Like,
start
what?
off like this and end off like this? This is where them warning flags were starting to come up. Mark hit this 3-piece push away combo, and this
And
nigga
it
was
did
applauding
nothing.
him for putting up an effort. Are we serious? Mark said we just getting started, and every time Mark starts shit talking, he gets a 30% decrease in his stats. Nigga needs to learn to shut up and dribble. Keep the aura farming to real ones and get the job done, bro. But hold up, maybe I was wrong. Came in with that left hook, made Conquest hit the ring around the
You
Rosie
weren't wrong,
before
gang.
going in for the
This nigga
double
Conquest is
whammy.
not trying.
Sent him airborne, and this
See,
was
I knew right here. Nah, I knew when he flew him through those buildings, and he got up first. But I knew right here that that Conquest was not trying on this nigga for a while. Because Mark is putting all his power into this. And this nigga Conquest, he's hitting stuff, but he's like controlling himself. You know, when a character gets hit and they can't control themselves and they hit stuff, you know, they kind of fly into it and they fall down and get sunk into whatever they hit. Like if you get spiked into the ground in like a superhero verse, you're like, you kind of create a crater and you sit there for a second. This nigga Conquest would get hit, make the crater, and just get up like it didn't happen. I knew he wasn't trying on this nigga at that
nasty.
point.
Caught him mid-flight, gave him a knee.
All
and
this
bro really
combos.
circled around just to give him one more.
And
now
nothing
Mark's
happened.
feeling himself. Niggas hit
And this
one
nigga started
combo and
emoting.
start just doing anything. Bro has never hit this pose a day in his life. But this is when Mark realized that he was going.
The future is one.
You dealing with a demon, gang. Bro, stop giving me these Marines ads, bro. We not joining the Marines, bro. Leave me alone. We are not joining the Marines, bro.
Papa John's.
Going up against a real demon. Because Conquest starts getting on that timing. Tell
Right.
me why this freaky deaky ass grandpa took his own blood from his own mouth
And
and
started
turned it
making
into a
hearts.
heart before crushing it and attacking Mark. Bro was as confused as I was, and I do not blame him. He never did any of this
200 V-Buck ass moves, man.
tomfoolery in the comics. Mark ends up being able to throw him off, but then he makes the fatal mistake that he has made time and time again. He starts talking shit. Conquest and old head, he don't take any of that disrespect. And look at this frame right here. Mark talking all that heat just to get speed blitzed by a senior citizen out here getting fried on live television, ABC.
Nigga, I was
Mark couldn't
horrified
catch a
watching
break.
this, bro.
Was on the ground
No.
fighting for his
No,
life.
right
Then
here.
the ground started
This
shaking,
was
and Conquest
horrifying.
came in like my dad after he found out I got a bad grade in middle.
The fact, bro, it took him 0.2 seconds to get. Hold on, we gotta slow that down. Go frame by frame, bro. I gotta slow this down and go frame by frame, bro. Look at how fast he flew in, bro. Look, hold on. I don't want to make it like that. Let me change it back to 1, and then I'll just pause.
Ground started shaking, and Conquest
look at this,
came
look at
in like my dad after
This nigga was here. He was here.
he found
And he was here in 0.2 seconds.
I got a
He was
bad grade
here.
in middle school. Hey, yo, listen to this real
I don't
quick.
blame Mark for not even reacting to that. I wouldn't have reacted to that. Look.
I know Mark was feeling for his life out here getting bounced around
Shout
like
out to
some
animation
laundry.
team, bro.
Getting done like a ping.
Animators don't get enough credit. Animators should get more credit, bro. This is hard to animate. I've never animated because I can't fucking draw. I am the worst drawing nigga you've ever seen. But animators should get more respect and more credit for what they do because this has to be hard. This has to be hard. You have to go frame by frame, redrawing the same thing over and over. I tried to make like an animation type thing and it was terrible. You literally have to go. Obviously, it's a little bit more sped up with like computers now, but still, it takes a lot of work. Shout out animators, bro.
Ping pong ball. And can we talk about the animation right here for a second? I never thought Amazon would recover from that season 1 Omni-Man explosion. This was elite, but this next play by Mark was far from that because I kid you not, this man tried to hit the pause button in the middle of a boss fight.
That was gonna
type
work.
of shit D-Ranks do, and Sparking Zero got hit with that close menu button. There is no way out of this one.
Talk about some weight.
When you up
this
pull.
nigga was
You
here. Mark, he's here for a fade. He ain't here to talk. Ain't no wait.
How hot dude was talking not even 5 minutes ago went from all I want to do is hit something as hard as I can to wait, baby, don't do that. No. What you gonna do that for? Ass pose. Get out of here, bro. Invincible my ass. Conquest heard that and said, hell nah. Came in with the ABA down slam of doom and told bro, we not finished until I say we are. And Unc is a freak, man, because why is he wiping the blood off of Mark's face? Talking about don't give up? Getting pinned
you know
down
what's freakier
by
when you
another
start
grown
whispering
man
in that
like
nigga
this
ear on the
is
beach.
crazy. But hey, shout out to Oliver. Dude came in with that swift uppercut to get him off Mark.
Poor
and
Oliver.
look at that smile. That is definitely Mark's brother. One punch, and he's out here feeling himself. Let's see what he can do.
That nigga with the pin slap of doom. Yo, this was a crazy frame. Ain't no fight needs you to be doing all this, bro. There is not one fight where you need to be doing all this, man. Nigga is upside down hitting the Playboy Cardi guy lit album cover pose, and we talk about this nigga Oliver's top 5. Let's stop it, bro. Let's stop it. He only like 8, so he got time, but that nigga got pimp slapped bad. That nigga got pimp slapped bad.
Nah. Run that shit back. Not only did they add the impact frame, but peep the pose, bro. There was no reason to do that grown-ass 1-year-old like this. Got him running upside down. Unc put his entire upper body into that slap as well. He on that MJ timing. Mark came in with the save, but it was to no avail. Conquest hit that over-the-shoulder stare and started walking bro down. Unc was out here palming old boy's head like a damn basketball while giving Mark a tour of the city.
Viltrumites love that one-hand palm move, bruh. Omni-Man did that shit. And now Conquest doing that, bro. Like, and Anissa, I'm pretty sure Anissa did that at one point too. Like, they just love grabbing niggas' heads.
City.
They some
Once again,
freaks
I
for
say, Invincible my ass. Does this look like the face of Planet Earth's savior? But wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Mark barely dodged this attack, but then came in with this nice headbutt and a 6-piece combo before
Too
beating
bad that
him
combo
down.
did
But
nothing.
Conquest wasn't even trying.
Nigga caught that. Bro, why are you giving me ads at the worst time? Nobody's trying to rent no
Turns
vehicles
out
right now.
he was just eating these hits for the love of the game. And damn, this guy is huge. Man's is 6'4", 350
6'4"?
pounds. Forget the Viltrumites.
That means
bruh.
Mark
He
like
playing for the wrong
5'9".
Warriors. Put on a jersey. Cecil was stressing, and for good reason.
Nah, we don't need that nigga on the Warriors game. We already got too many guards. That nigga Steve Kerr trying to run a 5-guard lineup with that shit, man. I love you, Steve Kerr, but you be running them 4-guard lineups be pissing me off. I be wanting to jump through the screen and smack your little white ass. No racism. I love white people. I love all people. Just saying, that old ass nigga sometimes he be running them 4-guard lineups. It be pissing me off. You ruining my nigga Steph Curry legacy right now. What is you doing? 4-guard lineup ain't gonna work. Why is Pods, Buddy Healed bum ass, Gary Payton, and Steph Curry with Draymond Green at center all out on the court right now? Why? Why? Against
Same
Jokic.
dude who could casually pull up and end his life at any time he pleases is now getting mocked. Eve's dad really do be getting on my nerves, bro. Out here complaining while Mark is trying to save the city. Like, show your bum ass up, bro. And shout out to Eve. Just woke up from a life-threatening injury. Legs barely
Not
functioning.
life-threatening.
And she's still
It's
ready
a
to
leg,
go slide
bro.
for her man. Speaking of which, back to Mark. he's getting that ass beating of a
a
lifetime.
lifetime.
At least with Omni-Man, he was getting beat by his own dad. Another nigga
Now
beating
he's
you
getting
like your
beat by a
own father
random.
is a different type of disrespect. Ball dragged through some glass on some Broly timing, went through another building and got hit with a vicious down slam. God damn,
Nah,
look
for
at
here,
him,
bro.
bro.
Show the guy
He
that
getting
fell.
held like
Yeah,
a
look
sack
at
of potatoes.
here.
Imagine
Hey, look at bro.
like,
Hold on.
God damn, look at him, bro. He getting
Look at bro in the back doing the Jesus pose. He look like that one statue in Brazil. Is it Brazil or Rio? I think it's in Rio where it's like Jesus Christ the Redeemer, bro. That nigga doing the Christ the Redeemer.
held like a sack of potatoes. Imagine if LeBron threw himself an oop, started trash talking the ball mid-air,
Wow.
and then before it got to the basket, down slammed it with his 2 feet. This is basically what happened right here. On one knee, like he was having a heart-to-heart conversation with his son. This genuinely has me sick. Trash talking his father in front of him, and he can't do shit about it. And once again, Oliver is really a go, bro.
only
Coming in to
clutch
save
nigga.
his big brother, he a real one. But at the same
Too
time,
bad he
there's
getting
no
stressed after
reason
this.
for you
No
to be
diddy.
this confident against Conquest. Dude just got dribbled off the fucking ground. There's no reason for you to be this happy. Conquest started
Just got
describing in
dribbled.
exquisite detail how he was gonna dismember him, and he was talking about some liar pants on fire. Are you good,
Until it
bro?
happened.
Conquest had to stand on his word. That bitch slap
pimp
was
slapped the
crazy
life out of
work,
that
man.
nigga.
Loaded up the clip a mile away, and Mark didn't even see it coming. Poor Oliver. Dude lost all his teeth in one punch, and Conquest was really about to rip bro piece by piece. At least Mark finally decided to lock in, save him, and then
It
look at that,
always
he
takes
ate
somebody-
that punch like a champ, and he was ready to rumble. Or so I thought, because the next scene, bro comes flying in through the frame. Grown ass man getting skipped like a
bounced
stone. Look at
off
his face.
the
He
water.
never thought he'd get his ass beat like this again. Bro,
know how
bro,
hard
like
you're gonna
a
throw something and
surfboard,
get bounced
they gave
off
him the
water?
Omni-Man treatment. Out here killing innocent civilians. And then when Eve pulled up to save him,
Hold on. Go back.
gave him the Omni-Man treatment. Out here
We got
killing
5 minutes left. This is the last pause of the video, I think. Listen, bro, this is why I say living in the Invincible universe is a bottom 5, bottom 3, bottom 1 verse to live in, bro. It's only second to like Fortnite or Outlast, which has different reasons. But living in the Invincible universe, nigga, you could be Invincible himself. You can be a side character. You can be a nigga with no name. You're probably dying all the same or getting cooked all the same. Mark, we know Invincible / Mark, he gets cooked every episode, so he gets cooked every episode. So we're not even gonna go into him. But the side characters, the side superheroes like Rex, Ray, Duplicate weak ass, Immortal bum ass, Adam Eve, Oliver, all of them have traumatic injuries or are already dead. And then the characters with no name, like the people on the beach. Bro, you're just enjoying your day on the beach, walking your dog, walking with your dad, hanging out, just laying there. And in 0.5 seconds, somebody just flies past you at the speed of light and you're dead. Or you're missing an arm, or you're missing a jaw, or you're missing your leg. And why are they doing that? They just felt like it today. They just felt like doing that today. Honestly, they just woke up and they were just like, man, it's gonna go speed blitz some random humans. Like, come on, bro. Living there has to be bottom 5. Like, it's terrible. You never get a second to rest. Every time you rest, there's an alien invasion. There's an alien invasion. There's a Viltrumite coming to take over the Earth randomly. The main superhero of the show is getting fried. The buildings are collapsing like it's 9/11. Bombs are going off like it's the Boston Marathon bomber situation. Like, come on, bro. I can't get a second to breathe. I literally can't get a second to breathe. It's crazy.
innocent civilians. And then when
And you
Eve
have no
pulled up
powers to
save
defend
him,
yourself.
bro
You're
got
cooked.
done dirty again. Rule 1 of Fighting
Ugh.
101. Never bring your girl to the battlefield. That is a
Ever.
recipe for a disaster. Unless your girl's Adam Eve, because check out these moves.
She's putting in work, though.
Problems of your own, kitten.
Yo, calm down. She really got herself her own super suit. Then
She was
check
putting in
this
work,
out.
though.
She increased the density of the air. She can really just do anything she wants, huh? The only thing that holds Adam Eve back is the animation budget. She was holding her own for a little bit, but once the dinner plates started coming back, I knew it was over. Was so happy to beat her ass that his right eye came back. And after that, it was over. Poor Mark. His girl got cooked. His dad is presumed dead. His brother as well. Conquest was really out here wilding. Grown man tears in Mark's eyes. And Conquest, they get
and familiar.
Bro, chill with all this, bro. I'm not trying to pause the video no more. We just get to the end. I know niggas is so mad. If anybody stayed to the end of to the part of this video, they are so fucking heated. I'm sorry, bro. But hey, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Opportunity. He's a true brawler, bro. Out here ending lives for the love of the game. But don't get it twisted. Mark is not done. He ends up dropping one of his toughest lines in the entire series.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
Please start getting cooked again.
Still talking while he down 3-0 and we in the fourth quarter of game 4. That's why he's the GOAT. Conquest was like, alright then, you tough little bro, show me what you got. And Mark did not disappoint. Broke his own hand in the process of punching Conquest, but still got the job done. And he started moving mad. Left jab of doom.
He was cooking with one hand until he started looking at Eve
and then we
again.
got grabbed by Conquest. He said, nah. Beat into his shoulder and took it off. Then he went back for more. Mark got bro on the ground and he started wailing on him. But then he noticed that Eve was starting to come back to life. But Conquest used that as an opening for this mean ass grab into the 1-2 back.
Choking fetish.
Then bro wanna start whispering in his ear, talking about some.
I missed you today. It's always a little lonely when I don't get to spend the whole day with you.
Bro.
I'm sorry y'all had to hear that, but unfortunately, if I have to feel
Hey, he was doing all that.
you guys have.
By the way, he was whispering in that nigga ear while choking him out. Is that not gay?
To feel uncomfortable.
I'm just saying.
But this is crazy. The Viltrumites, his own race, was scared of this man. Bro is really just lonely. They had me feeling bad for bro.
Lonely old nigga.
Dude was really suffering from success. He should have met Battle Beast. They would have been bros. But nah, I would kill just to avoid the situation Mark is in right now. Grown ass man out here whispering ASMR into your ear about how he's lonely. Like, come on, bro. That's scary as hell.
While he's on top of you,
bro,
by
he
the
would
way.
take this secret to the
And
grave.
strong as hell.
And he would have if Eve didn't lock in. That near-death experience got rid of them limiters that she had, and she had Kamehameha on Conquest. But still, it was not enough. Dude was still alive and kicking. And that was when Mark finally decided to slide, put him in the dirt, and even after getting his hand taken out, he said by any means necessary and headbutted. And Conquest was still talking, so Mark had to put him to bed. These faces were crazy. That inner Nolan was coming out, and just like that, it was over. Cecil pulled up like, damn.
Nigga broke both his hands in the process.
Mark ends up recovering after a few days, and then he and the others go to Rex's funeral. I feel so bad for Ray. She really don't deserve this for real.
And after taking his body without his consent, I will also be taking his name. And I did it because I wanted Monster Girl, even though I am a 30-year-old man that is attracted to a woman that looks like a kid.
I will say shout out to Rudy for changing his name to Rex and making this inspirational speech. But after reading the comics, I think I'm going to hold that one.
I don't care. I don't care. Rudy is not a good character. I don't like Rudy at all. I don't like Rudy at all. That nigga's low-key a pedophile. And that nigga's weird. Why are you taking my nigga Rex's name, bro? There is no reason for you to do that. How is that honoring somebody? That's like my grandma dying and I say I'm changing my name to Diane. What is that honoring? That's honoring nothing. I'm just going around claiming myself to be Diane now. What do you gain from that? You gain nothing. You literally gain nothing but some debt, nigga. Like,
YBG Don from DC.
What's your name?
YBG Don.
I'm not calling you YBG. What the f is your name?
It stands for something. Young, black, and gifted.
Bro,
YBG
what?
Don, that's what I stand for, Queen.
Imagine your girl at her ex's funeral goes up and says that she was my first everything. I know this is Adam Eve and all, and this is Mark, you know, Mark let shit slide, but imagine that. Imagine you in that shoes. You're not invincible. That look you had me tweaking, I'm not gonna lie. And look at this, when Eve started talking about it again, not a single tear was shed right here. Bro was smiling. He knew exactly what he had. And reminder, Cecil saw all of this happen. Then he decided to let bro live. Is he insane? Of all the smart things Cecil has done, this is quite possibly the dumbest yet. This action
because what makes you think Conquest is gonna snitch?
For next time. It wasn't all that
Conquest
bad,
too
though.
solid.
At least for our boy Mark, getting busy with the new and improved Adam Eve must have been worth that beatdown. But finally, the season ends with Mark finally telling us and Oliver that he won't hold back anymore. And if anyone ever threatens him or his family again, he will kill them. Finally showing us once and for all that he is
Heat. Shout out, bro, man. This was a fire video. I love this video right here. Let me go ahead and like that up, man. Yo, y'all, shout out to Noah, bro. Shout out to Noah. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know about y'all's Invincible's opinions down in the down in the comment section. I've been watching some. I mean, not watching. I've been scrolling through Twitter on the Invincible space. They have like an Invincible Twitter community or whatever, and they were showing some like season 4 leaks and stuff. I ain't gonna talk about it in case y'all don't want to hear about it, but just know what they have planned for season 4. If they go through with everything that I've seen, low key, season 4 might be better than season 3. It's gonna be some heat. But until next time, y'all's favorite Wendy worker. I'm about this bit, man. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay up, twin. Like the video. Subscribe. Join the Discord in the description. Follow the TikTok. Follow the Twitch. And yeah. Bye, guys.